Did Samsung just slap a new name on the Galaxy S24 Ultra and call it the S25 Ultra? Let's talk about it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Puya, your honest tech reviewer. I've been using the Galaxy S25 Ultra at least for the past 2 months, and here are my thoughts. By the way, before we get into the video, please make sure you subscribe because these phones are coming out of my pocket. Samsung is not sending it to me, so you know you're getting a genuine review. And also, I want to quit my 9 to 5. Please subscribe. Thank you. Let's get back to the video. Let's talk about what's new. First up, the thing that catches your eyes is the new design. Yes, I know, it's not a massive change. Samsung has only curved the sides and has made it feel better in the hand. That sounded so wrong. What I'm trying to say is that instead of those sharp corners that I personally hated about the S23 and the S24 Ultra, now there are these rounded corners, which feels really nice when you hold the phone in your hand. As usual, you get 4 colors. You get a new silver blue titanium color, which is in between silver and a slight hint of blue, but in reality is like a silver color. And then you get the black, which is the one that I got and I personally like. It's a 2-tone color with black on the back and the titanium gray on the side, which I love. Then you get the titanium white and also the titanium gray. But the titanium gray has a hint of goldish to it. So if you like gold, titanium gray is the one you should pick. So the Galaxy S25 Ultra series uses Gorilla Glass Armor 2, which is the latest and the best from Gorilla Glass. And the thing that I love about these phones is this new anti-reflective coating by Gorilla Glass, which is insanely good and it helps you to get rid of glare so well. The weight of the phone has also dropped from 232 grams from the S24 Ultra to 218 grams to the S25 Ultra. And around the cameras, all of the phones have this little camera protector bumper thing around them, which if you go and watch the jerry rig video that everyone is talking about, they're basically camera protectors set on by Samsung just to make it look different to the S24 Ultra. Because if you didn't know that the edges are curved, this is exactly the same as an S24 Ultra. Now let's talk about the display. You get a 6.9-inch display with a Quad HD Plus resolution and a max brightness of 2600. The display brightness itself hasn't gone up compared to the S24 Ultra. But if you have watched my reviews like the Oppo Find X8 Pro or my OnePlus review, some of these companies throw out massive numbers out that sometimes they cannot achieve. Samsung stays to their word. They get really bright under direct sunlight, but they still have the same issue as the 24 Ultra. If you guys didn't know, I'm located in Australia and right now it's really hot. And a few days ago, I was trying to take a photo or two and I was under direct sunlight for maybe 1 minute and the brightness just dropped so badly. I was doing a side-by-side camera comparison between the Oppo and this. And Oppo stayed at the max brightness and it looks brighter than the S25 Ultra. But besides that little thing that I'm picky about, the display is gorgeous. The contrast is infinite. As you know, it's AMOLED. AMOLED is perfect. And you know that Samsung makes the best AMOLED in the market. The display is also LTPO. That means that the refresh rate will adjust from 1 to 120 Hertz depending on what you're doing. So if you're just holding your phone like this, it's gonna stay on 1 Hertz not to consume a lot of battery. And if you're gaming or doing something that needs a little bit of scrolling, it will push it to 120 Hertz and it feels really smooth. While we're also on the topic of display, there is an ultrasonic fingerprint scanner built into the display, which is really nice and snappy. Not as snappy as other brands like Vivo that I've seen around, but it's still really good. Now let's talk about the cameras. They pulled an Apple. Let me explain what they did. There's a new 50 megapixel ultra wide on this phone, and that's the only new thing about the cameras. You still get the same 200 megapixel wide camera, a 3x 10 megapixel telephoto, and a 50 megapixel 5x telephoto. A lot of you might say, why fix something that was already great? Well, that's the thing. The S24 Ultra was a downgrade in my opinion compared to the S23 Ultra. They went from a 10x optical to a 5x optical and they upgraded the megapixels. And if you follow me and my channel, megapixels don't mean a thing. It's about the sensor size, it's about the focal length, it's about so many other things than just megapixels. And this has exactly the same issues as the S24 Ultra. The 5x telephoto is okay, but knowing that the 23 Ultra, a phone from 2 years ago, had a better camera, it kind of triggers me, you know what I mean? Although the telephoto and the zoom pictures are good, they're not great. I'm gonna sound like a fanboy again, but companies like Vivo, Oppo, Xiaomi, they are destroying Samsung. And the funny part is that some of the sensors that they're using, it's sensors made by Samsung. and they are not using it on their own phones. Hardware-wise, this is an S24 Ultra with a new ultra-wide. Software-wise, they added some pretty nice stuff. You get an 8K log video. I've been using it, I love it. It color corrects it on the spot, and you do not need an SSD to record the video like an iPhone. And I don't know if this feature that I'm gonna talk about is software or hardware, but when you want to zoom in and zoom out, there's a new slider that you can easily zoom in and zoom out, and it looks really smooth. Plus, when you change between lenses, it's not that noticeable, so it's an upgrade of its own. There's a new feature that's like the best face from the Google Pixel phones. You don't need to take a lot of photos, so I'm pretty sure the way they're doing it is that when you take the photo and if you blink and that's the photo, you can easily go back, and with the AI, it will allow you to pick the best face that was not blinking. I don't know if this is fixable with a software update, but a lot of times I have took photos and they're not sharp or they're not focused. I also have downloaded Camera Assistant from Good Luck to fix maybe the shutter speed, but it still didn't help. And which, if you don't know Samsung, they usually release a product, it's horrible, and they fix it with software updates in 6 months. There's also something else called AI Voice Editor or Eraser, which is basically what Apple did with the iPhone 16 series. And with this one, as you can see on the screen, you can see what is detecting. It can detect wind, music that's right behind me, and you can tweak it with erasing the voice around you or making it less. It's not the best if it's too windy or if it's too noisy, but if you forget your microphone and you want to get slightly a good audio, it kind of helps you out. Okay, so this is not a new feature, but the generative edit on this generation of Galaxy is insane. And as you know, this is a trending TikTok, but look how amazing it works. It creates a whole new face. Yes, sure, it's not the most accurate, but at least it doesn't create a smudgy thing like iPhone does. But yeah, that's the cameras. There's nothing new besides the little things that I mentioned to you. Let's talk about the controversial S Pen. So this little guy, which is really big, that's a big pen, has been on the news lately because Samsung removed the Bluetooth function. And a lot of people like me were using it as a shutter button, and it's gone. I do not use this pen for taking notes or sign things. I just use it to edit some photos here and there and take my photos. And my magic wand move is gone. So Samsung, please bring it back if you can, because it's annoying. I don't want to use a Samsung watch because it's laggy as hell. Now let's talk about the performance of the phone. You get the new Snapdragon Elite made for Galaxy, plus 12 gigs of RAM on all storages now. And according to Samsung, the phone has a bigger cooling chamber, so when it comes to gaming and multitasking and things that will push it to its max, it's gonna stay cooler and will perform better over time. In my opinion, it's a beast of a processor. I did a quick test side by side compared to a Dimensity 9400 on my Oppo. It beats it in numbers, but in reality, a lot of applications are not optimized, like even Instagram glitches sometimes. So having this much power and not having optimized software or applications, it's a little bit annoying. When it comes to the battery life, Samsung still has a 5000 milliamp lithium-ion battery, not silicon like other companies, and it only does maximum 45-watt charging. The battery life on this phone is decent. It will last you up to a day. It hasn't been like the Oppo that goes for a day and a half, but one thing that I have noticed is that when I leave it overnight and I don't charge it, and when I come to it the next day, it is still there. And an honorable mention, it's the software side of it. You get One UI 7, which is a massive upgrade to One UI 6. But it's so funny that One UI 7 has copied a lot of stuff from Apple. Get it? If you watch my reviews, you know that it has to be dumb jokes in between. One UI 7, it's a great upgrade to Samsung phone. And it's a shame because they're gatekeeping it to give it to the S24 series and the Z series, because I'm pretty sure the moment they give that update to the S24 series or the phones that are eligible for it, a lot of features would be similar to a point that this phone will not sell well. And the thing that they couldn't stop talking about was Gemini. Because until this phone, whenever you would have pressed on the side button, by default, it was set to Bixby. And now it's Gemini. Gemini is 80% helpful. There are times that it's really dumb and it doesn't understand anything, but it's really helpful. It can do stuff like take a photo if you're standing away. It can organize stuff that I barely don't do. But it's way better than Apple Intelligence, I can tell you that. And if you have an S24 series phone, there is a way around it. So make sure you subscribe because I will drop a little short series video on tell you how to set it up. You don't need to get an S25 Ultra in order to get that. Yeah, so that was the review on the S25 Ultra. If I have to rate this phone 1 out of 10, I gave, I think, the S24 Ultra a 7.7, and I would give this phone a 7.9 or an 8. Look, by all means, it's not a bad phone, but it's not an upgrade. If I gave the Oppo Find X8 Pro a 9.5 or a 10 out of 10, it's because it was something new. The camera is always on point. It's just, you know, it's good. And then there's Vivo, because I really want to get my hands on the Vivo too, or the Xiaomi 15 Ultra. These phones are genuinely things that I love to have, or even Nothing. Nothing is coming out with the Nothing 3A series, and they look so good at a budget-friendly price. They're gonna be great phones. Who would I recommend this phone to? If you're coming from an S23 Ultra and it's not cracked, wait. The 26 Ultra or the 27 Ultra will be the one for you to go for. If you're coming from a 21, sure, go ahead, upgrade. 22 is kind of in between that. Do you want a new upgrade or do you not want an upgrade? So it's an iffy. And also if you're coming from Apple, sure, it's gonna be way better than whatever Apple offers at this point. Make sure you subscribe because I do drop camera comparisons on daily basis with all the phones that I have. So please don't miss out. And let me know, what phone do you have? And will you be upgrading to the new S25 Ultra? Until the next video. Ciao. Okay, you stayed for the end of the video. As you know, I do dumb jokes, dumb impersonations at the end of the video. And if you haven't stayed, that means my fiance has stayed till the end of the video, which I appreciate her. She's a beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous girl that I just got engaged to. The joke. Yeah, let me come up with a joke. AI, 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 AI. Why are you still here?